Pollination is the use of sexual production to create a plant and can be made possible by both self and cross-pollination. There are three main ways of transporting pollen across different flowers. Wattles produce pollen in bulk and have a very large stigma for the reason that it has its pollen fertilized by way of wind movement. As well as this, the light weight of the pollen makes it easiest to be carried onto the next flower. Bees locate the Solidium graminifolium by their distinct smell and bright color. The plant is triggered by the bee locating its pollen and immediately stamps the insect with the pollen in a place which it can easily be deposited in the next flower. Birds are attracted to the color of the waratah, and as the waratah and birds engage in a mutualism, the plant is forced to produce enough nectar so that the birds will return and continue to disperse the pollen of the flower. Seed dispersal occurs after the process of fertilizing flower and is an important survival technique which helps to minimize the risk of overpopulation and in case of contaminations. There are 5 fundamental ways in which seeds can be distributed. Similar to wattles pollination, the melalicals have very small and light seeds, making them easily transportable through the wind. They are aerodynamically designed to travel far and are not necessarily produced in bulk. The lily-pilly draws attention to birds with its bright colors, and as the fruit of the plant is consumed, the seeds are digested, and the bird moves along, eventually dispersing the seed in a new location. Eucalypts are quite different in that they are adapted to the hot Australian outback very accurately, specifically through their flourishing after a fire. Once a fire has burned all or part of the plant, the capsules encasing the seeds open and release the seeds for distribution. The Avicennia marina, more commonly known as a mangrove, is located distinctly by waterways, which is for the reason that their seeds are carried upstream and therefore redistributed in locations far from their mothering plant. The Acacia conformis pods contract and dry within the plant, and once it is ripe, encourage the propelling of seeds from the plant. These seeds can travel as far as 2 meters away, which helps with the issue of overpopulation, increasing the rate of survival. Asexual reproduction is the process of reproduction without any sex cells being used. Only one parent is required for cell division to occur, and does so in cloning crucial components of a mature plant, creating a genetically identical offspring. In the Phragmites australis, when the mature parts of the plant die, the younger parts remain as sustainable individuals. This process is called vegetative reproduction, allowing the plant to quickly cover a large block of land. In Aphoxemus, the seed materializes only from the maternal tissues of ovule, without the process of fertilization. The Thermata triandra is an example of this form of asexual reproduction and is beneficial as each plant is genetically identical to its mother, creating regulated attributes, thus a sustainable environment. Though rare, the outgrowth of an individual plant from the parent is called budding and occurs in Australian plant Calantro. The Calantro produces buds along the lining of its leaf, which when broken off forms new plants which will eventuate into full-size plants.